I'm Shigeo Ijui. I'm a torture sommelier. I help people get true justice. This world we live in, it was full of scumbags.
Peasants? I'm gonna kill them all with this poison gas!
Hey there. Some people try to hurt the innocent, but not on my watch. You're gonna turn into pig feces.
Eat up! Come on! Ah!
It was my job as a torture sommelier to put the bad guys away. Today I was meeting with a new client. Have some tea. It'll help you relax.
Thank you.
He looked pretty normal to me. Just an ordinary guy. So, tell me what happened.
Okay.
But if he's here, then... He had this look in his eyes.
This guy, he killed my sister. I want him dead.
He wanted blood. His name was Nonomura.
I'm home, Sakura! I'm exhausted.
Hey there! Long day, huh?
He had a sister named Sakura. They lost their parents when they were young.
Dad! No! I guess being a system engineer is a lot of work.
Yeah, well, gotta do what you gotta do, right?
So he raised his sister single-handedly. Then one day, his sister told him,
Hey, the thing is, I, got a boyfriend now.
What, really?
He was shocked when she told him that. She was dating a writer. He was in his late 30s. His name was Toshikazu Urabe. He was a pretty famous writer.
He's in his late 30s?
Yeah, it's fine. He's really nice.
He seemed a bit too old for his sister, but he trusted her. But then, he was right to be worried.
I'm home! Huh? She's not home.
One day he came home from his night shift, but his sister wasn't home. He thought she was just out, but...
The number you have dialed is no longer in use.
What the?
Something was up. He went to the cops, but...
It's only been a day, right? Maybe she just ran away from home.
She'd never do that! Something happened to her!
Alright, we will look into it.
He was 19 already, so the cops didn't really take it seriously. He started asking her friends for help.
She said she was meeting with her boyfriend that day. Oh, the writer, right?
What?
He learned that she was meeting up with her boyfriend the day she went missing. He contacted the writer right away.
My sister went missing! Please help me!
He's busy. You can't see him.
He went to see him, but his assistant just turned him away. He knew something was up. This writer, he was hiding something.
His girlfriend went missing. He should be out here looking for her with me. I got no choice. I'm gonna have to break some laws.
He was really good with computers, so he decided to hack into their system.
I'm in! I got his IP address.
It was illegal, but he didn't care. He started looking into the writer. Then, a few hours later, he found something. It was a draft of his latest novel.
A girl gets killed by a famous writer. What the?
The girl in the story. It sounded like his sister. She was brutally murdered. He thought about going to the police with this, but it wasn't enough. And he obtained this illegally, so it wasn't gonna hold up in court.
I gotta talk to him!
So he went to see him once again. But the assistant turned him away once again.
He's busy.
Why is he avoiding me? Is it because he killed my sister?
He said to the assistant. But then, the assistant snapped.
You little! How dare you accuse him of something like that? You better watch what you say!
Ah!
The assistant beat him up relentlessly. Then finally, the writer showed up.
I heard what you said about me. I'm insulted. It was him. I know it.
He had this cold look in his eyes. He knew it was him. He couldn't go to the cops with this, so he came to me.
The cops are useless. They're not doing anything to help me.
I see. I understand. He wanted this guy gone, but I had to be 100% sure that he was our guy first. I'm gonna have to look into this myself. Give me a few days.
Okay. Thank you.
So I decided to get to work. I called my informant right away. Hey, I need some intel.
Roger that. I knew your office. Let's meet up somewhere.
He was the best in the business. But then, when we stepped out to meet up with him...
Sir, look!
What the? It was Nonomura. He was bleeding out on the ground. I tried to help him, but it was too late. He wasn't gonna make it.
Thank goodness you're here. I gotta tell you something.
Hang in there! The ambulance is on its way! But he was done for. He could barely breathe. He grabbed my hand and said,
It was the assistant. Please get him for me.
Nonomura! Then, he passed away. He had multiple stab wounds in his stomach. This was done by a professional. Someone wanted him dead, that's for sure. I placed him down on the ground and said to him, Mr. Nonomura, don't you worry. I'll get this guy. Rest in peace. He didn't deserve to die like this. It's time to get to work. I met up with my informant and asked him about my target.
Toshikazu Urabe? Where do I even begin? He's guilty, that's for sure.
Tell me more. Looks like he was a pretty notorious guy.
He's written 6 novels so far, and well, the scene where the character gets murdered is really authentic. You know why? Because he's a killer.
What? This guy Urabe, he was a lunatic.
No! This sounds too fake! I gotta kill someone in real life if I want to make this convincing!
He took his writings really seriously. And when things didn't go his way, it made him go crazy. So to make his novels more authentic,
The pain, the devastation. Show me all of it. Give me everything you got.
he killed 6 innocent people. And his fame made it easy for him to find his next victim.
What? Urabe Toshikazu? No way.
That's me. Could I buy you a drink?
That's how he got to my client's sister. Then, after dating her for a few months,
Oh, the smell of blood! Yes, this is what I'm talking about! I'm getting so many new ideas!
he killed her in cold blood. In total, he killed 8 women over the past few years, and Sakura was one of them.
Oh, and his assistant? He's a professional assassin. Be careful.
I see. Thanks. So his assistant killed my client. I had everything I needed to move on. That animal. This guy doesn't deserve to live.
I agree. Let's make this guy suffer.
It's time to make this asshole pay. The next day, we went over to his house. Hello, I've got a package for Mr. Urabe.
Leave it in front of the door.
I can't. I need his signature. We went disguised as the postman. A few minutes later, the assistant came out.
What you got for him?
Here. But then, as I tried to hand him the box, He pulled out steel bars from his sides.
Ha! Ha!
Oh, that was a close one. I guess he saw right through my disguise. I recognized the weapons in his hands. You know Kali, huh?
How did you... You're good.
Kali was a form of martial arts practice in the Philippines. They used all kinds of weapons, including fists, batons, knives, ropes, and so on. Bruce Lee was a big fan of it. Some of the training menus for the Marines is based off of Kali. I could tell that he's been doing this for a while now.
Well then, you're dead!
You wish. Bring it on. He was no match for me, though. He came charging towards me.
Die!
Ha! To me, he was an amateur. He was quick, but not quick enough. Too slow. And you're too predictable.
What the...
This might work on others, but not me. Time to show him how it's done. Ha!
God!
I grabbed the steel bars and started beating him with it. That should do it. After taking him out, we went into the house.
You get rid of him? Ah!
Nope. You're coming with me. He didn't even put up a fight. We snatched them up and brought them back to the torture chamber.
What is this? I'm Urabe Toshikatsu! You can't do this to me! Yeah, he's a national treasure!
Ha! That's a good one. One last question before I move on. So, you killed 8 innocent women for your work. Then you went after one of their loved ones.
So what?
Do you feel any remorse? To which he said,
Seriously? I did it for my novel! They should be honored! Yes, you're absolutely right, sir!
there was just no talking to him. Well then, I've heard enough. Rukawa, light them up.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Time to take out the trash. Let the fun begin! They were sitting on a pile of charcoal, and now the fire beneath them was burning them alive.
Ah!
Their legs started to turn red. They screamed in pain. This was a torture method invented back in the Edo period.
Pay for your sins!
You put the victim on the charcoal and burned them alive. Their hands were tied up, but they could still move around.
Ah! Ah! My bones! It's melting!
But the more you move, the more pain you're gonna be in. A few minutes later, they started begging for mercy.
Ah! Help! Ah! Help!
They want us to help. What do you think we should do, sir?
Fine. I'll give you one last chance to make it right. See, I'm working on this comic book right now. And there's this scene where the main character gets burned to death. But it's not authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Then I stepped into the charcoal. So, what do you think I should do?
Sir, you're gonna get burned!
Burn for me, bitch! Die! I slammed their heads into the charcoal as hard as I could. A few minutes later, they died. Get up! I'm not done with you yet, asshole!
Sir, get out of there! Your legs are burning up!
I wanted to make them suffer for longer, but oh well. And so the job was done. It's over, sir. Rest in peace. It's a shame what happened to him, but he's in a better place now.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our other videos. And please subscribe to the channel.